Hi there, Aries. Welcome back. All right. Let's see what's going on in your energy. I'm going to use the black cards. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. All right. First card out is the Three of Coins with the Seven of Swords energy. So this could be like a coworker who is like, ooh, with the Chariot in reverse. Yeah. This could be like a coworker or somebody in your community, somebody who's being sneaky, somebody who wants to stop you or push you off into the wrong tracks. I'm hearing this could be somebody who they don't want to see you planning for something or getting something your way. You might have tried to, like plan an escape plan to get out of this person's department or from underneath this person, like if it's a boss or something, maybe you've gone to HR and was like, hey, can I get moved to another store? Something like that. That's what I'm hearing. This person is somebody who definitely feels like, you know, because of their position, and because of their position or maybe because of their age or something like that, maybe they're older than you or maybe they're younger than you, right? It has something to do with their age. So they think that they have some kind of authority, right? Like they're on top of things. But this is somebody who abuses their position. This is somebody who's planning something here because it's like they want to like be the person who's on top of things, right? Yes. See, Eight of Cups is coming out with the Magician in reverse. So I'm hearing like this person is a narcissist, okay? And they're full of themselves. Like they're so full of themselves. They think that there's something special, and they think that everybody should just like bow down to them and listen to them and obey them and that kind of thing just because, they could be mean, And I see that in this person. Like this person can be really mean, and they think it's something to be proud of. So, like them being rude makes them smart or something. This person is very delusional. Oh my gosh. So, for whatever reason, I'm hearing that this person thinks like if they pick on you, and not just you, Aries, just, could be other people as well, but like if they pick on you or something like that, it makes them the big shot or makes them the big boss or something like that, right? Ooh, there's something about your relationship. Oh, you have a relationship with somebody. You have a certain kind of relationship or rapport, I want to say, with somebody, and this person doesn't like it. Maybe you are getting closer to somebody who has authority, or this is somebody who could give you an offer or give you a promotion. Like you're winning some kind of favoritism with somebody who can change things for you, right? And this person sees it and they're like, oh, okay. Oh, I see. And they're getting angry about it. This is one of the reasons why they're picking on you. So it's not just, like this person's big ego, and they think there's something kind of special, right? And they need to come and attack you and make themselves feel better about themselves. No, it's also the connections that you have with people. There might have been a party that you went through or went to, I'm sorry. There might have been a party that you went to, and this might be just for maybe a couple of you. Like you went to a party, and I'm hearing like you were mingling with somebody specifically there, right? And that person has some kind of power or something there, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. I'm hearing that that this person who's angry with you, okay, this narcissist, the narcissist saw you smiling, saw you being happy, saw you glowing, saw you excited about something. And I feel very strongly that's what's being revealed here, okay? So you you started talking to somebody at this party, okay? If it's not a party, I'm trying to think what else it could be. Maybe some kind of gathering. Could be. I'm also seeing here that there's something that you're doing. Like there's something that you're putting a lot of effort into and you're getting something out of it. It might be something that's coming in slowly. You might be getting slow progress in something here, but you're definitely getting progress. and this person is seeing it. And the progress that you're getting is so solid. So, for instance, like say if you, I'm just going to use, because I'm a tarot reader, right? Like, so let's say you're a tarot reader. I'm just going to use that as an example. And you're building up your audience and you're building up your followers, right? The followers that you're getting is solid. Like these people are going to follow you, right? If it's like you're opening up a store, for instance, right? The people who come in are going to end up being loyal customers, right? Something like that. It's a very solid foundation. You're building up something that's very solid for yourself. It's slow, yes, slow, but it's solid. Like every time you win, you're winning big. Like without realizing it, you're winning big. Like the connections that you're making are so solid that they're gonna help you through the whole. I want to say like the whole duration of your career or the whole duration of whatever it is that you're putting your effort into, right? The connections that you're making are going to be like people who are going to be like really loyal to you. And that's where your success is going to come. It's like one brick at a time, but you're building that house, right? You're building that house and you're building it, so solid that the three little pigs cannot come and blow it down, right? While this person has built their house out of sticks, right? And anything could just come by and blow it down. Like they're so concerned about the looks of things and how things are perceived and the pace of things, right? Like they expect instant gratification, right? The thing about instant gratification is that it's gone. It comes and goes quickly. That's it. It's gone, right? It's like I want to say, remember Vinny, what is it? Melly and Vanelli. Remember they had that one song that went, huge, and then everybody found out that they weren't the actual singers, and that was it. It was over, right? Something like that is going to happen to this person because this person is like everything's about the looks of things and the speed of things and quick success and being the top dog and like they are not really building something for the long term, and you are looking at the future on everything. You are seeing the long term. So like for the rest of your life, you're going to have loyalty, people around you who are going to be so loyal to you while this person's not. And they don't see it, but a lot of part of that is because of their attitude. You know what I mean? Because their attitude, the way that they act, Nobody wants to be around that kind of negativity. And this could be your boss. So this means all your coworkers have to be around this kind of person and have to deal with this person's attitude and mood swings and rudeness, and everything that comes out of their mouth and their butt. What's really sad about this whole situation is that there's actually more people in the world like this, just like this person. They think if they're rude, it means they're smart. They think that they're smart aleck and bossy and slave driving people, that's how you do it. That's how you earn respect. You know what else I'm seeing here? I'm also seeing that you are the only person that has challenged this person. And this is another reason why this person hates you and they're targeting you. You're the only person that has set boundaries with this person. And I'm hearing like something happened between the two of you. This person said something that was rude and mean, like they always do. And you basically stood your ground against this person. It made this person feel very immature and small and little, like they really truly are. So you made this person feel who they truly are, which is somebody who's small and I'm hearing narrow minded and even could be even a chauvinist person. If it's not chauvinist, then this is somebody who could possibly be racist because they're so judgmental, They're a very judgmental type of person. So it's not the sex, it's the race, or it could be religious. They have something against your religion. But you definitely made this person feel very small. There's something that you did, and it's making people look up to you. Like, woo, Aries, you stood up against the boss, or you told that person, you stood up for yourself. Like, people are looking up to you here, right? You know, people are definitely admiring what you did, or they're looking up to you as an example. See how the little mouse is looking up to him? They're like, yeah, I'm doing what you're doing. So you got people like, oh, I'm going to do what Aries is doing. So I'm hearing you are like clearing a pathway for other people, and this person doesn't like it. They don't like it at all. This could be anybody in your life, Aries, that has some kind of authority over you, or they feel like they do. Whether it's imaginary or real, doesn't matter. It's their attitude. They feel like they have something over you or some kind of authority figure over you. For one of you, this person could be jealous of you with that Queen of Cups in reverse energy. Queen of Cups is a very jealous person. They could be a very envious person, somebody who can't control their emotions, somebody who becomes very emotional very easily, that kind of energy. So I do feel like this person has been triggered, I would say, by your actions. You standing up for yourself, it triggered this person and has made this person feel small and they can't control themselves anymore. You are being very driven here. You might have people cheering you on. You might have people telling you, yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and go up against HR. Let's go up against the big man or whatever it is, right? There's a lot of passion here with that Knight of Wands energy. So for one of you, this could be like an insurance adjuster. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting an insurance adjuster or maybe a health insurance representative or something like that, where they have some kind of power over you and it's like going over to their head. In that case, they're not jealous of you. They're just being greedy and selfish, okay? They think it's going to give them some kind of raise or something. That's crazy, right? Queen of Cups is supporting the Queen of Cups. So something you said, okay, so now if this is not somebody that you know, like in your life, you know what I mean? And this is an insurance adjuster, because I'm getting that really heavy for one of you. This is definitely like some kind of health insurance, car insurance adjuster. In that case, this person's not jealous of you. But something that you said when you were standing up for yourself definitely got this person in their feelings. And this person is definitely hiding that. See, it looks like this person knows that they're doing something wrong. So, because look, we got it twice in this reading. So it could have something to do with finances. Like maybe they were supposed to pay for something, or you were supposed to get something out of it. That's what I'm getting. So it has something to do with finances. Okay. Either or. Take what resonates, guys. Leave the rest for somebody else. Remember that this is a general reading. Anyways, regardless of the situation, the individual situation, there is something here that needs to get organized. Something here that needs to get worked out. And nobody's doing it. Okay? Like nobody's looking for the answers. Nobody's trying to organize something. This person is not wanting to do their job, I'm hearing. They don't want to get up and do their job and find out the information that needs to be dealt with here, because something needs to be fixed. Something needs to be worked out. And I'm hearing like it has something to do with finances, money, an account, some form of account or something. You know what else I'm hearing? I'm hearing that you did something swiftly. Something that they were not expecting. You might have done this in front of people, but you did something swiftly and it affected this person's ego. Yeah. I told you this person has a huge ego. The way that they're acting, you can just tell. You know what I mean? I didn't need tarot to tell me. Like, just their actions alone was telling me that this person's ego is like, woo, way over there. Somebody don't lie to this person and told them that they were something special when they're not. So they're on some kind of power trip, you know? So you did something swiftly, Aries, something that they were not expecting. And it was something where you were pushing hard for something. Like you were using all your energy, taking a risk, possibly. And still, this person still, like, put their heels in the ground. And they're like, no, I'm not doing nothing because you're affecting my ego. You're making me feel small, you know? And that's exactly what they're acting like. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you're making me feel so small and tiny and not as confident as I should be, you know? That kind of energy. Something is really mentally wrong with this person. This person needs to get out of this business that they're in, whatever kind of business this is. They need to go ahead and get out of it. And maybe they need to seek some therapy. Just saying, okay? Because this person's on a power trip. They might be getting some kind of demotion because of what you did. Ooh. Aries, it looks like this person might be getting demoted because of what you did. You did something. You fired up. That fire in your belly like shot out and boo, you did something. And it looks like this person, it's affecting their pay. You know what I'm saying? It's going to affect their pay. They're getting set back. Wow. So I'm hearing like they're going to have to start all over again and get retrained. Somebody's going to get retrained. Somebody's going having to go back to school. Somebody is losing out. So they're having a new beginning, but it's not the new beginning that they were hoping for. This person's losing out. They're losing out big times. I'm hearing they should have never messed with you in the first place. They should have just did what they were supposed to do instead of making it personal. But the thing is, they did. They did make it personal. And that's where they made a mistake. They should have never made it personal, and they did. And it has something to do with you either smiling or laughing, but showing some kind of cheery attitude might be very significant about why this person is acting this way. Being too optimistic is another one I'm hearing. You being too optimistic, too confident is another one. Maybe knowing your rights is another one. So there's a lot of reasons why this person is targeting you and hating on you. And any one of these could be the reasons why this person was triggered by you because of your confidence. It takes a lot of confidence to be in the Knight of Wands energy, you know? Somebody who's willing to take a risk and throw themselves out there, have that burst of energy, getting something done, something that other people might be afraid to do, but not you, Aries. That's what I'm hearing. Not you. You went on and went with it, and you did something and you succeeded. And this person is like losing out. I'm hearing they are regretting the day they messed with you. They should have never messed with you. This person is losing their stability now. It's sad. It really is. Because it shouldn't have never, ever got to that point. Unfortunately, it did. But it's not your fault. You were standing up for yourself. There's a difference. While this person was being a bully. Totally different. Totally different, you know? So technically, what they're going to do is technically their own fault. And it has nothing to do with you. But I guarantee you, Aries, this person is definitely blaming you. Everything is your fault. You're the whole reason why everything is falling apart for them. And this person could be losing their home, losing whatever it is. Might have to have their car repulled, right? Something like that. But this is definitely something that has affected them in ways that they never saw coming. They didn't realize that they were going to have a new beginning. And when you think of a new beginning, you always think of something that's going to be good and better and like more of something, right? like either more romance or more love, or it's going to be something like that. Well, they got it all right. They're going back to the chalkboard and they're going to have to be retrained again. That's their new beginning. What I'm hearing, Aries, is something that you want, something that you have been struggling for is coming in. You're going to get what you want. So, whatever it is that you've been putting your effort into, whatever it is that this person has been fighting you against you to keep you from getting it, you're going to get it anyways. You're going to have success, regardless of whether this person wants you to or not. It does not matter. You're still going to win. Definitely going to win. I'm going to get out of this reading, Aries. Catch me in the next one. For one of you, this is somebody who is up in your face and personal. That person is so jealous of you. And this is definitely has something to do with competition. We had the Queen of Cups in reverse coming out twice in this reading. That is somebody who can be very jealous. Like, extremely jealous. Like, just because of your existence. That's it. Nothing else. Just your existence is enough to drive this person crazy. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care. I'm just curious if you're still here. How many of you have heard about this new proposal that Trump has come up with about sending United States citizens money to pay for their health care? Yeah, that's the question I have for y'all. What do y'all think about that? Because personally, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's going to work out the way that they're thinking. But that's just my opinion. So y'all let me know. Because the reason why I don't think it's going to work is because the insurance companies are just going to raise their prices. So, and if the government is going to be sending us checks for it, then it means we're having public health insurance. So then why don't we just get rid of the health insurance companies? Like, why do we have a middleman then? You know, why don't we just go straight to the doctor and forget the whole insurance thing and just pay the doctor? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, why do we need insurance then? Especially if you're paying, I heard this one girl is paying $1,400 a month for her health insurance. And because she got cancer, now it's up to like almost $2,000 a month. Then what's the point of having insurance? She could have put that money into a savings account or put it in the stock market. That money, she could have put it in something else and then just have it there waiting for her for when she needed it. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, if you don't know, I'm very pro health insurance for all American citizens, United States citizens, you know. I feel like if Canada could do it, then why can't we? And I know people are going to say, "Hey, you know, then that means they're going to have to raise the taxes." No, they don't. One thing I can tell you that I have learned from what Biden did about, you know, letting people come into the country. One thing that taught me is that we have plenty of money. We obviously have plenty of money. And not only that, but every year, billions of dollars disappears, okay? So if they can lose billions of dollars every year and it's nothing, nobody does, you know, there's no big, huge investigation. Nobody blinks an eye. Nobody thinks twice about it. There's nothing going on about it. Like, if we could lose billions of dollars every year, nobody blinks an eye, then why can't we have insurance for everybody? This whole thing about elderly people suffering, trying to pay for their prescriptions, and oh my gosh, they don't have money for their hearing aids, and all that is nonsense. We should not be living like this. People should not have to lose their homes because they get sick. People should not have to be stressed out when they're sick. You know, having that big bill coming in the mail should be the last thing that a person has to even think about. Like, they shouldn't even have to think about it, to tell you the truth. You know, things like that. I just feel like And we have people passing away. We have people who are literally dying in the United States because they can't get to a doctor. I heard of a young man who was like 30 years old. He needed medication for his seizures. He couldn't get it because he didn't have the money for it. It was an outrageous price. They said the price. I don't remember what it was, but I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, that's rent money. And he's supposed to be coming up with this every month. It's like having another mortgage or another rent. You know what I mean? Like, it was insane. There's no reason for this. Anyways, he passed away. His mother was really sad. I mean, everybody was sending their condolences, but why aren't we getting upset about it? That's what's making me upset, That is what's making me upset, is why aren't we getting more upset about that? We get upset about things when we could get upset about the things that would affect all of us. And healthcare is something that will affect all of us across the board. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican, doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, doesn't matter if you're male, female, whatever race you are, whatever religious, background you have. It doesn't matter. If you're a United States citizen, we all need health care. And it should be something that we should all have access to. A lot of people are passing away because they don't have the money to pay their co-payments, because they're getting drained out of their savings. They're just being drained by just being able to afford health insurance. So they're getting drained to be able to afford health insurance that they can't afford to use. How does that make sense? When parents have to put their kids, or they don't have to, but when parents want to put their children like in sports and things like that, they always have to get a physical. And that ends up being another expense on the parents. We shouldn't be that way. Shouldn't have to be that way. If we want people to have more children and we want more of a family-oriented country, we need to take care of the children. So I feel like, why not just give it to everybody? Everybody should have health insurance. We should do like Canada and just have, that's it. And another thing too, think about it. We would be able to save money because the doctors wouldn't have to hire somebody to fight with the insurance companies and going back and forth, because the insurance company, they can tell the doctor what procedure to do. Did you know that? Like, if this certain procedure can save your life, the insurance company could say no, they don't want you to have it. They don't even have medical background. These are not even doctors or nurses or anything. These people have no education when it comes to healthcare. Why are we allowing these people to make judgment calls? And why are we letting them get to pick who gets to live and who dies? I mean, why are we sitting here doing this? We should all come together and be like, no more. This is it. We're fed up. Everybody stand up and say, this is it. We have enough money. There's no reason why. The biggest problem that we have in our country is mismanagement of money. That's our biggest, number one concern, biggest problem that we have. Did you know we spent millions of dollars for homosexuals in Venezuela? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't even know what it was about. But the thing is that when you have a life and death situation here, we need to take care of our own first. And we have people who are facing life and death decisions in our country, in the United States. It shouldn't be this way. The reason why I'm talking about this, because I feel like it's very strongly related to your reading. At least for one of you, this is definitely related to your reading. Why are you having to stand your ground and go through all this stuff for health insurance? It should be something that we all should get. And this stuff that Trump is talking about sending everybody a check for their health insurance, why are we doing that? It doesn't make sense. Why do we have the middleman then? Why are we paying these greedy because they are greedy corporations. Why are we giving them all this money? And you know what? Another point I want to make really quickly is that they have caught doctors who were purposely misdiagnosing their patients just so they could keep treating those patients and ended up murdering those patients because they were not sick to begin with and they didn't need chemo and they didn't need all these extreme procedures done on them. But the doctor wanted a new swimming pool. The doctor wanted a new car. The doctor wanted a bigger house. So he created business for himself. The point is that yes, we've caught a couple of doctors who are doing that. But how many doctors have done this and that we didn't catch? How many people who have passed away because doctors wanted a better, bigger house or longer vacation? Now, I'm not saying that all doctors do that. But what I am saying is that the temptation is there. They have a resource that they can pull from and create as much money as they want. I'm not saying all doctors are doing it, but the temptation is there that the system could be abused and a person could lose their life or be permanently disabled because of this. Why do we keep it going? It doesn't make sense. Did you know back in 2005, 2007, we had quite a bit of doctors who were leaving United States to go and become doctors in Canada because they were so fed up with not being able to treat their patients because the insurance companies were not letting them, and a lot of them were being silenced into not letting their patients know that they had breast cancer, that they had uterine cancer. Like they were being hushed up, like don't tell them. And then a lot, and this is true. This is true, guys. Y'all could look it up. Yeah, they were telling people that they were fine and telling them to go. They were fine, and it wasn't because the doctor wanted to. They had to. The insurance company made them do it. So by the time the woman found out that she had cancer, and most of the people who were attacked, most of the people who were denied, basically, because that's what it is, denied medical help, was women. And by the time she found out that she had breast cancer, by the time she found out what kind of form of cancer she had, she was already dying. These were mothers, daughters, sisters, grandmothers, women in our society that lost their life because the insurance company decided that they didn't want to treat them. And that's the truth. So how many people have died? I guarantee you it's in the millions. Why do we have this, people? Why do we have insurance? It doesn't make no sense. None of it makes sense. And what Trump is trying to do is just going to make them raise the prices more. It's greediness. The greediness is growing. It's like we have to feed the beast. We have to feed the beast. We have to feed the beast. And it just keeps going. Feed the beast. Feed the beast. Because it's never enough. Some people are so greedy, it's never enough. Nothing is ever enough for them. And they don't care how many people they have to hurt, how many people they're the biggest serial killers we have. And they're walking around freely, And it's true. But anyways, guys, let me know your opinion. I'm just curious what you think about all this. Or what your personal experiences are. I could tell you mine and you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe you lived through that. Yeah, I'm alive. It's a miracle, but I'm still kicking. You know what I mean? If I was to tell you my story, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how can you stand the pain? How can you live with the pain? Exactly. Maybe I'm already insane and I don't even know it, Because you live with severe pain day in and day out, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, and everything is so painful, you would be insane too. So maybe I am insane. I don't care. But I tell you one thing, the insurance companies what did it because they force people to live in pain when we don't have to. That's the truth. Catch me in the next one, guys. I just had to vent my opinion about this. If you're still here, we do need to stand up. We do need to stand up. We need to stand up for people who are elderly people. We need to stand up for the disabled. We need to stand up for the people who can't stand up for themselves. We need to voice our opinions. We need to stand up and unite to fight this. That's all I'm going to say about it. But anyways, let me know your experiences too, because I've had some horrible experiences. Catch me in the next one, guys. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.